if we are to listen to the people. Part of listening to the people is being honest with the people. Part of listening to the people is embracing quite candidly the position we hold. If those members of this conference want to disagree with this strategy and say, we agree with Harry Reid that Obamacare should not be defunded on the continuing resolution, then let them say so openly, not cloaked in robes of procedural deception and obscurity. Let them say so openly to the American people and let them make their case. That has the virtue of truth.
Interesting, right? So one of Cruz's biggest supporters in this effort has been Republican Senator Mike Lee of Utah, member of the Joint Economic Committee. Senator, welcome. When's the last time you slept?
Well, I was up all night. This was an important effort. It was an honor and a privilege to stand with Senator Ted Cruz and assist him in this effort. This is an effort that's important to many Americans who stand to lose jobs, who stand to lose wages, and who stand to lose access to their health coverage.
What do you think ultimately, because you've heard what's been said about this, that it's grandstanding, that it has no meaning, that people are angry with him, that he didn't go through the channels of the Senate in order to orchestrate this, and that it is meaningless in the end. What do you say?
I think the American people will be the ultimate judges of that, and I think they will judge in favor of Ted Cruz in this. And the fact that we have done this out of principle, we have done this in harmony with the American people in response to the overwhelming cry for relief from this really dangerous bill, a bill that has put at risk a lot of things that we hold dear in this country. And that's what we're standing for. This has nothing to do with us. This has everything to do with the American people and where they stand on this issue.
Legislatively, the next step would be to send this back to the House. If all goes as is expected, and that would mean that once the Senate reconvenes after noon or 1 o'clock this afternoon, there will be a vote that after Harry Reid strips out the defunding measure, then it'll go back to the other side, back to the House. What do you think could be gained from what you folks have done on that side?
Well, it depends on what happens, and you have to remember the vote that we'll be taking today will be cloture on the motion to proceed, which is just where we're getting onto the bill. We're still a couple of days away from where we'll likely be taking the vote that we're actually talking about in connection with this mini filibuster. So it's going to take some time. We've known that this is going to be an iterative process. Whenever it finally stops, whenever the ball finally stops rolling in the Senate, action will kick up again in the House. The House is reconvening today, and we look forward to that.
Yeah, but, you know, there has been some discussion, and obviously time is of the essence, that there's a deadline on this whole thing. So might it be possible that you wouldn't take the full 30 hours of debate after the cloture vote, and that the Senate Republicans, rather, would make an effort to push this more quickly over to the Republicans in the House?
Yeah, that's certainly a possibility. Some of those time frames could be compacted. We could end up seeing House action sooner rather than later, but we have to forecast everything out based on the worst case scenario, and that could put us into a Friday or a Saturday vote.
What people who are supportive of you would ask at home is, when it goes back to the Republicans in the House, is it possible that they might get a delay on the personal mandate in this bill? Is that still a possibility?
Well, I'm not certain, but you have to look at the fact that it's a lot more than the individual mandate that's at stake. A delay in the individual mandate isn't going to fix the underlying problem for the overwhelming majority of Americans.
But a lot of people feel like that's all you can get at this point, and that might be a big win for your side.
And I'm sure that there are a lot of people who would like that to be the biggest win that we can get. What we're asking for is for Obamacare to be defunded, for Obamacare to be delayed in its entirety. And the best way to do that, the only way to do that, is to defund it.
Senator Mike Lee, it's been very interesting to watch. Thank you so much for being with us today. We'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.